afternoon across Michiana. I'm ABC 57 Chief Meteorologist Jamie Martin. Clouds will build tonight with some heavy rain possible by tomorrow. I'll have the very latest on some flood watches just ahead. ABC 57 News at 5 starts now.
Over to our Chief Meteorologist Jamie Martin, who has your first warning of those flood watches and which areas are being affected tonight. Jamie.
Yeah, Kim, it looks like all areas underneath that flood watch that will continue right now through 1 a.m. on Friday morning. We're expecting some very heavy rain to start overnight tonight and into the day on Thursday. So we are talking about an inch or so of rain. On top of that, all that melting snow. Already beginning to see some ponding on the roadways as everything begins to melt. So just going to get worse as we head through the day tomorrow. So enjoy this evening. It's nice and quiet right now on ABC 57 First Warning Doppler radar. Not showing any showers at all across the region right now. In fact, still clear across most of Michiana, but we've got some clouds already beginning to move off just to the southwest of us. Those will push in during the evening hours and eventually switching over to that rain as we head through the day tomorrow. South Bend right now, 42 degrees, nice and comfortable across the area. Winds out of the south and southwest at about 10 to 15 miles per hour across the region. So a little bit breezy, but at least it's a warm breeze. 40 degrees in Benton Harbor right now. And your hour-by-hour forecast, your skycast heading through the next few hours in Warsaw, it looks pretty good. We will see those high, thin clouds beginning to push back into our southern counties, but temperatures only slowly dropping into the mid-30s as we head through 9 and 10 o'clock this evening. So quiet this evening, overnight tonight, a slight chance of rain, maybe even a little bit of freezing rain in our northern counties. We'll talk more about that and time it out into your neighborhood with Forecast Track coming up in just a few minutes. Kim? And right now, things are nice and quiet across Michiana, but things will be changing over the next 24 hours. The storm will be moving in overnight. Great time to grab your ABC 57 First Warning Neighborhood Weather app for your Android or your iPhone. You can track it at home and on the go. We'll be right back with more details on that next storm.
Nice day today, warmer temperatures, lots of sunshine.
And so far, I'm on the A list,
right,
at least for now, but I think I'm going back down that list by the time tomorrow rolls around. Things are really going to be changing over the next 24 hours, and something we haven't seen in a while is sand, believe it or not. Here's the Silver Beach County Park Cam. Look at this. We actually have some sand. We've been melting things off over across the area. Not exactly a perfect beach day, but just shows you that we are beginning to melt things off across the area. So it looks like the snowpack beginning to melt down. And when you add in the water tomorrow, could see some flooding problems across the area. Right now, though, it's beautiful across the area. You can see a few high, thin clouds coming back across the lake right now, but that is about it. ABC 57 First Warning Doppler radar remains rain and snow free, at least for now. But again, things will be changing. Nice and warm out there this evening. So far, we're starting off right around 40 to about 45 degrees in some spots. So nice and warm across the area. So some upper 30s and lower 40s to start off the evening. A lot of sunshine, and it's all thanks to that southwesterly wind coming in at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So a nice warm breeze this evening, and then that wind begins to shift as our next storm system moves in a little bit closer. In fact, by later on tonight, we're talking about temperatures dropping back down below freezing, and as we start to get some rain moving back in, could see some light ice accumulation as that freezing rain begins to push back in. Temperatures themselves primarily back in the upper 20s, taking you county by county into our southwestern Michigan counties. 29 for St. Joe, 28 in Benton Harbor tonight, 27 in Niles, also over towards Cassopolis and Dowagiac, 26 in Centerville, 27 in White Pigeon. So definitely cold enough if we get that rain, pick up a little bit of light icing with the freezing rain, and then after that, it's all about just plain rain, and it can be heavy at times tomorrow morning and afternoon. That's why flood watches are going into effect through the day tomorrow, all the way through 1 a.m. on Friday morning. So we're going to see a whole bunch of rain moving back in. Right now, it's nice and quiet on Forecast Track, but those high, thin clouds continue to move in through 10 p.m. Overnight tonight, turning mostly cloudy, and by tomorrow morning, just in time for that morning commute, a little bit of freezing rain and then just plain heavy rain pushing back in. You can see these oranges and reds indicating some of that heavier rain. Isolated thunderstorm also possible through the morning up until about noon, and then things taper off a little bit. Still going to see some spotty rain showers all the way through 5 p.m. for your afternoon commute, and then continue to see things taper off all the way through 11 p.m. As cold air moves in during the overnight hours, though, a slight chance of snow showers moving back in. You can see that light to moderate blue here. That's where the snow is through 7 a.m., and that tapers off through noon tomorrow, and then we start to actually clear things out as we end your Friday. So it's going to be very busy as you head out the door coming up for our Thursday. It shows up on your ABC 57 First Warning 7-day forecast. Rain showers out there, slight chance of that freezing rain early. Watch those roadways, especially the ramps and overpasses early in the day. Otherwise, just plain rain, and we could see some minor flooding out there, so be very careful throughout the day. Changing over to a breezy and colder day on Friday as we go from 50 tomorrow to 36 on Friday. Weekend not looking bad, but a little bit cooler, near freezing for highs on Saturday, mid-20s on Sunday. Then we start getting colder by next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday into the upper teens and lower 20s. A few snow showers on Tuesday, and the following 3 days. That's your first warning with your 10-day forecast. Yeah, it looks like that warm air is going to be gone as we head through the end of next week. Still staying in the teens on Thursday, gradually warming up towards next weekend.
That looks good. Teens, though, I don't know so much. I'm ready for another week of 50
It
degrees.
would be nice to see the warm air, but again, we could see some flooding problems. We'll talk a little bit more about rainfall totals coming up at 5:30.
Okay.
Well, temperatures have been nice so far this afternoon across the area. In fact, last 12 hours or so showing a nice warm up back into the low to mid 40s. Another warm day tomorrow, but that means rain, and that could bring about some flooding. We'll have the very latest on those flood watches just ahead.